It's almost impossible not to make fun of Goop. It reminds me of stories like Juicero, the OG schadenfreude of the company forensic stories that you guys enjoy. But I am gonna leave the pleasure of telling you this story to Elle, who is the newest guest in our YouTube channel. Elle is an early stage investor at Miami Angels, and she flew all the way to our studio in Costa Rica to help us produce and tell you a couple of company forensic stories that she's much better qualified than me to talk about.
Thanks, Caya. So imagine getting a vagina-scented candle as a present, and it's $75. What to make of this? Is it weird, funny, outlandish? Or is it empowering because it's destigmatizing the female body? Debatable, but what is clear is that it's sold by Goop, the modern lifestyle brand that has brought us such wonderful revolutionary products as the Psychic Vampire Repellent Spray, Glacce Rose Quartz Bottle, and the Goop Jade Vaginal Egg. So how does a company sell these items and, according to PitchBook, make over $250 million in revenue in just 2019? Goop embodies the extremes of wellness culture and pseudoscience permeating into mainstream adoption. But there's a reason why this company has received legitimacy and notoriety. Its founder, Gwyneth Paltrow. Welcome to Company Forensics, the Goop story. The beginnings. Earning the rank of most hated celebrity isn't easy, but that's what the tabloids called Paltrow in 2014 after her conscious uncoupling from Chris Martin, lead singer of Coldplay. By the way, conscious uncoupling is fancy celebrity lingo for divorce. Paltrow was definitely an A-list actress and no stranger to controversy. Even her 1999 Oscar for Shakespeare in Love is thought of to many as a major upset. But for as many people who hate Paltrow, there are perhaps just as many who aspire to be her. We love to hate her. Paltrow represented what was and perhaps still is the quintessential Hollywood ideal of beauty. She's blonde, wealthy, thin, and famous. And she found a way to package up that image and dream into a brand for a price, and a high price point no less. Goop had simple beginnings in 2008 when Paltrow debuted Goop as a nutritional newsletter. The first issue featured recipes for banana nut muffins and turkey ragu. Harmless enough. The company started off as a silly and fun project. In fact, Goop got its name when branding legend Peter Arnell told Paltrow that all successful internet companies have double O's in their name. So she added that to her initial, GP. By that logic, should these guys rename Slidebean Slidebean? Although it started as a simple newsletter, by 2009 it had around 150,000 subscribers. The pivot. After approximately 6 years of recommending products and gaining trust from her audience, Gwyneth Paltrow pursued her bigger ambitions for the company. So Goop jumped into e-commerce in 2014. It launched products like branded vitamins, fashion, and housewares to start. The idea to go to e-commerce made sense. Goop had a loyal and captive audience that all aspired for that perfect Gwyneth Paltrow lifestyle. And those fans proved willing to spend whatever money it took to achieve that goal. This allowed Goop to charge everyday items at absurd price points. For example, a $725 pajama set. There are honestly too many ridiculous and expensive products to all go through. Here are just a couple. Soon, Goop became synonymous with privileged, expensive, and absurd products. In fact, prominent VCs took notice because of just that. But Paltrow wanted the brand to outgrow herself. In 2016, she publicly stated that her goal was to separate herself from the brand until no one would remember she had anything to do with it. However, right now it's pretty tough to separate Goop from its infamous founder. And Goop had plenty of momentum. The company raised $50 million in its Series C, led by New Enterprise Associates in 2018. Most recently documented, the company raised an estimated $53 million in its Series D funding from Greycroft in 2019. The pre-money valuation was $380 million. But controversy was always there. Controversy and backlash. Goop began to face backlash as it went from beyond a lifestyle brand into wellness. The company mercilessly exploited the wellness culture. Well, if something also has health benefits, then there is an even bigger opportunity for an upcharge. And Goop began promising that its products could do more than what was proven. That's when the company got into some serious trouble. In September 2018, the company made headlines for settling a $145,000 lawsuit. This happened because Goop claimed that its vaginal eggs could balance hormones and provide crystal healing. After the lawsuit, the company had to admit that some of its magazine's outlandish health advice may not work. So wait, crystal vaginal eggs with hormone balancing powers didn't work? I'm shocked. Goop also launched a Netflix show called Goop Labs, where employees actively tested out pseudoscience. It received 30% review on Rotten Tomatoes. Even the UK's National Health System criticized the documentary. The health authority linked the company with misleading claims online. It went as far as calling them quacks, charlatans, and cranks. Furthermore, Goop had beef with NASA. You know, the agency that put man on the moon? Goop, in typical fashion, claimed that its body vibe stickers use NASA's spacesuit material to rebalance the energy frequency in our bodies. Afterward, 2 NASA representatives stated there were absolutely zero merits to the claim. As a result, Goop removed its NASA-related claims. Instead, they said it was an error where their engineer was misinformed by a distributor about the material in question. Most telling was, though, although Goop pulled the claim from their site, they released a statement defending their actions. It read, "Our content is meant to highlight unique products and offerings, find open-minded alternatives, and encourage conversation." So, in a way, their statement backtracked on any apology and flagrantly condoned their actions, and signaled they would continue to do so. This brings us to the vagina-scented candle. That's right, we haven't forgotten about it. And even as recently as 2021, that same product became the subject of a $5 million lawsuit as one allegedly exploded. But the fascinating thing is that, in the case of Goop, it seems that all press is good press. All this news only served to direct the company traffic and attention. Resilience. One would think the company is in chaos for a company that has gone through so much controversy. But Goop is still around today, and even has its widely criticized Netflix show renewed for a 2nd season. Some may argue that the company isn't hurting anyone, so why does it matter? Some people want Goop's products and are willing to pay for them to achieve an aspirational lifestyle, so they should go for it. However, when a company spreads misinformation and promises health benefits through using their products, it becomes a question of whether it's to open a dialogue or taking advantage of consumers. Many times when we hear about insane products, we simply laugh it off. But Goop and Gwyneth Paltrow provide legitimacy, and it's hazardous. Goop creates content, even Netflix shows, that propel those pseudoscience products into the mainstream. But has all of its controversies hindered Goop as a business? We can't know if the strategy has been successful, for Goop is a private company, and it has not released its financial information. However, based upon Paltrow's responses to Goop, it seems that the company is still thriving. Despite how much we wanted to make fun of what they do and predict their demise, we seem to be wrong. Goop is seemingly at the forefront of wellness brands, as controversy only continues to feed the beast. Thanks guys, and subscribe to Slidebean.